Hey guys, Gun Guy Mexicano here, and today I'm going to make a quick video for you guys about this Glock 17 MOS. This is the Gen 5. So I was reviewing some of the videos I've made on my channel uploads, and I noticed that one of the most popular ones that I have is just an unboxing of a Glock 17 Gen 4. Specifically the Spanish version. I have it was pretty popular. I had a lot of comments on it and likes and stuff. So I thought I'd do the same for the Glock 17 MOS Gen 5, just so you guys can see if you're happen to be right now in the market to buy one and you want to know what you're going to get with your purchase. This is the video for you. So you get obviously the Glock MOS adapter set, the plates that you're going to use to mount your optics. I'll go into it in a minute of why I won't be using these, but you do get them as part of the set here. You also get a brush and a cleaning rod. You get a lock, your owner's manual, and some other literature that I'm sure is in there that Glock sends you. The pistol, of course, is the 17, and you can see there's no mag. You'll notice there's a empty chamber. So the pistol, you get 3 mags. These are the orange follower mags, a little bit different from the Gen 4. I like that. I like that you can see a nice bright orange follower now. They still have the steel reinforcement. You have a little loader and some backstrap panels. So if you have larger hands, you're able to accommodate that with the Gen 5, just like the Gen 4. So what's different from the Gen 4, I guess? There's plenty of videos that you guys can see that go into crazy detail about it, but here's Gen 4 next to it side by side. One thing that I actually did notice, and I didn't notice this, I guess, in other videos, maybe they mentioned it, but I didn't pay attention. I guess under the lighting I noticed it, is the Gen 5 seemed to have a darker color to the slide compared to the Gen 4. It's more of a gray. It's not good or bad, I know, but some people might not even care, but I just noticed that right now, but I thought I'd point it out. So some of the stuff that they changed, of course, was they added these serrations on the front. So if you're a press checker, it's a little bit easier to do that. They cut or they rounded off the front or the nose, the square nose, typical square nose of a Glock. So I'm assuming it's probably going to wear a little less if you practice holstering and unholstering a lot. I know my Glock 27 is pretty worn on the nose. Internally, I know also there's some parts that they took out to simplify, the overall pistol, which is always good. I think a couple less springs. The first versions of the Gen 5s, which I got to handle, and it's true, had a like a cutout here on the front, which they did away with. And it was kind of annoying because when you would insert a mag, not all the time, but you would get pinched because that cutout was there. So they did away with it, and I think that's a good thing, a good decision that they made. Obviously, no finger grooves. It's nice and flat. Let's see, what would I guess I prefer the Gen 5. I do like that finger grooves not being there a little bit more. What else? They changed the barrel. That's different. I know that the rifling used to be polygonal for the Gen 4s, and now it's just basic or traditional rifling. It's supposed to make the gun more accurate, so that's good, I guess. So yeah, I guess those are the main differences for me, at least the ones that matter. So the price, I get that. I get that question a lot. I tend not to mention it because you guys know prices change a lot. But I was able to find this gun a couple months ago for just under $650, which it's not spectacular, but it's definitely not bad. So I had been looking for an MOS, not necessarily a 17. It could have been a 19, but I've been looking for an MOS pistol for a little while now. And last year, with all the craziness going on, the prices of ammunition and pistols, I saw a Gen 4 MOS going for $1,100 on Gunbroker. So I was like, I think I'll pass. So when I saw this one with everything, taxes, shipping included, my FFL transfer, everything under $650, yeah, I pulled the trigger on it. So why am I purchasing another Glock 17? Obviously, this particular one, which is the MOS, well, I want to add an optic to it. So I wanted to add this HoloSun 509T, and I touched on it a little bit before, but I'll be using this CNH Precision Weapons plate to mount it. So the testimonials on these plates are what kind of drove me to buy it, and what really drove me to buy it were the videos and pictures I've seen of people getting hit in their face with their optics when these plates fail. So from what I've read, some of the stuff that I've been reading online is that there's the two main things that seem to be like working together to make these plates fail, which is why I don't plan to use them, which is the metallurgy or whatever kind of steel, or not steel, I know these aren't made out of steel, but whatever metal they're making this out of, aluminum or whatever it is, and the stress points on these screws. So since they're not being very well, I guess, held in, or they're not being very well supported, there's pretty much all that reciprocating force of the slide moving back and forth solely on the screws, which is why you see them, a lot of the pictures that I've seen are just sheared off. And also the torque that you're supposed to screw down or torque down on these plates. And we're not talking about over torquing. We're just talking about what the literature says for your Trijicon or your Holosun. It's too much. It seems to bend these plates. So you have the bent plate at an angle where there's space in the front and in the back, pretty much making it like this, you know. There's space in between the optic and the plate itself. So I simply don't want to get hit in the face with my optics, so which is why I decided to spend a few extra bucks and get the plate. And like I'm saying, I haven't seen any of these plates fail the way the Glock plates do, so that's why I decided to go that route. Other stuff I plan to change, well, right off the bat, we need to change those Glock sights. I'm not sure why Glock is obsessed with their polymer sights. They never changed them, but I'll be adding these nice steel suppressor height sights. These are really close to what I use on my Glock 27, which are my Hackathorns, but these don't have that little ribbing on the back. But they still have a nice orange dot with a tritium insert. So that's what I'm going to be using there. And then a weapon light, right? We need a weapon light, of course. So I went with the best, I think, what's the best on the market, which is the Surefire. And this is the 1000 lumen version, the Type B. So that's the light I'll be using on that pistol. And I'm probably not going to carry it with this, you know, just because it's already a pretty long gun. But I've always wanted to try this compensator from Strike Industries. This is the Gen 5. So if you followed the Mass Driver, you know that they've had for sale the Gen 3 and Gen 4 for a couple of years now. But just this past month, they released the Gen 5, and I picked it up right away. So the purpose of this pistol and all of it is pretty much for it to be my winter carry here in Texas. So I live in South Texas. We don't have a very long winter, but when the winter does come, we start busting out the light jackets and the sweaters. So it makes it easier, at least for me, to be able to conceal carry. Not that you can't conceal carry with you know, shorts and a shirt. I'm just saying it's easier. So I want this to be a dedicated, you know, winter concealed carry option for me. And I don't think that the compensator would fit very well with me, like trying to conceal carry this. But like I'm saying, I definitely think it's cool. Just, I mean, look at it. You can't tell me that it doesn't look cool. So that's one of the main reasons too I bought it. But yeah, that's the purpose for this pistol. Those are the things that I'm going to be adding to it. And like always, I'd like to know what you guys think. What do you guys think about the MOS line of pistols of Glock? What do you guys think about Glock pistols in general? Like always, leave me a comment in the comment section down below, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.